Happy to be here, everybody. I am talking about C21 University and 21 Online today. These may be things that you've never been into because you're like, I don't really know what it is. I don't know where it comes from. It's not MoxieWorks. Both of these things are put together by Century 21 International. So they are resources put together by them that we are allowed to use. So in order to let me share my screen and show you how you can access it. Let's go to screen number 2. So I need to move this over. In your Google, when you do single sign-on, take this and you scroll down to the very bottom where all the Century 21 stuff is and click 21 Online. That's where you're going. So you're going to get to a login page and you're going to put in your century21.ca email address, and you may need to create a password. Then when you do that, this is two-factor authentication. Michael was like, I have no idea what that is. You know, when you sign into some email and they're like, we're going to send a code to your phone that you need to type in. That's what this is. But this two-factor authentication is a phone call that because when you do, oh, my session is expired because I just had it pulled up here. .ca, and I'll put my password in. So I'm going to get this phone call. It comes in when I set up my account to my cell phone number, and it's calling now. Here we go. I just need to take this.
Thank you for using our phone verification.
So it's a phone verification system.
5, 5, 2, 0. Once again, your code is.
All right. So that's my code for this time. So that's what lets me in. So thank you for your patience with that. I just wanted to show you what happens and why it feels like an extra step in order to get in. So once you get in here, there is a tour for you, and you can click Go to My Dashboard, which is where we're going to start today. I wanted to highlight a couple of things. There's so much in here for you to look at, but I wanted to check on a few things. The Brilliant Basics is like a back to basics training program that Century 21 US offers. And it's all about creating interesting experiences and talking about the values that clients have around their expectations of their agent. So each of these has a different video, you know, transparent and build trust. It'll give you some tips on how to do that, how you choose to communicate with different clients. And so each of these are a different way to enhance the experience for your clients. And then there are documents, PowerPoint documents, that you can use either to promote it, and then you've got the training all here. So we're already in. So this will take you to C21 University. So I think that is worth your time just to check it out and see what it has to offer. There's all sorts of different coaching in here. But I want to highlight in the top right corner here, brand, because I think the brand assets that they have are very useful. So you can they have postcards and business cards, and they've got lots of different collateral thing. Brand Studio is what they call sort of like our Google Drive or Resource Center with all the brand items on it. So you can also do a search for a brand asset library. So let's go to, you can create things, libraries, asset library. So here are a bunch of logos. I think that this realtor logo is useful for a lot of people. Some of this stuff is US based. They've got social media content. They've got other things that you might want to talk about Century 21 as a brand, and I think they're really useful. So different statistics, social media bricks that you can just download in different file types, and also portrait or landscape, depending on what social media channel you want to be posting that on. So I think that's very useful. There's so much in here, so I only picked a few little things to show you. I wanted to show you what was new in the Learning Hub, because C21 International has recently launched C21 University's training area that they're doing differently. So they've got 3 different buckets that people fall into. You're either new to real estate and you need some basic training, new to Century 21, or someone with inconsistent income, and they've got a learning pathway for that, or an experienced producer pathway. I thought that we would start today just on the new to Century 21 or inconsistent income, because with the way the market is, that might suit a lot of people. So you've got different courses that you can take. You've got tools and systems. So this talks about Century 21 and what the brand has to offer. There's a lot of MoxieWorks training on this because C21 US signed up for MoxieWorks after Century 21 Canada did. So I think some of this training is useful, although it will look a little bit different than our MoxieWorks platform. So I flagged that to you that it might look a bit different, but the content is still good. What I thought was more interesting, generating consistent income. So there's a series of courses here. The Accelerate program is live and instructor-led for 4 weeks. You can go down. There are in video and social media assets. A lot of these are live ones that you're expected to show up at the same time every week, but you can just sign up for them. There are also courses that you can take that are self-paced. I wanted to also highlight the script library, because if you're looking to run through some scenarios or looking for some ways to have conversations and looking for ideas of things to say, this is the script library. So let's go to objection handling. And so there is, I want to wait to sell. So what can you say to different consumers in order, on questions that you can ask them in order to maybe convince them that what they want isn't really to wait to sell. They're a bit nervous about where the market is. So there's that one. There's lots of different scripts available to you. And they're all up here: sphere of influence, open houses, prospecting, objection handling, buyers, sellers, and referrals. So you can go through and take a look at all of these scripts and use them if you think they might be useful to you. So I've just thrown a lot of information at you, a lot of different things to look at. Is there anything anyone has seen me click by and is like, oh, I would have liked her to have clicked there because I'd like to see what that has to offer, and I can go in and show you around that. If it's of interest, or any questions related to C21 University or 21 Online that would be useful to you.
I think, can we hit the other 2, new to real estate and the experienced producers as well, just to give a taste of all that? Absolutely.
We start with the same video: Foundations of Excellent. Welcome to Century 21. This is foundational course for the new agent pathways. What it takes to be an award winner and completing goal projector. You've got best day ever. This is a self-based thing on fair housing. Probably don't need to know about that in Canada, but it might be of interest to you. Live MoxieWorks training for 45 minutes. So you can sign up for those and just add it to your calendar for all of these. Here's how to prospect, how to use Moxie Engage, email marketing, open house. So there's lots of different tools available. For the experienced producer pathway, we will get started on there. It's a whole different thing. Exceed, productivity course, a way to set new goals. Again, fair housing, plan for any market. This is a 6-week, 6-step coaching program that is free to you. Owning your value, team up. And then we've got MoxieWorks items as well. And for Masters and Centurion level producers, there's also some exclusive content for you.
When you say exclusive content, does that mean that you have to be a Centurion?
Yes, I think that goes into your, it's connected to your Century 21 account. So if you are a Centurion producer, you can access it. But if you are not, you won't be able to click on the link.
Okay, fair enough. What's one of the ones that you really like, Leigh?
I was playing around with this, and I actually think especially at this time of year, the business planning. Now, where was that? Business planning. This was very useful. It helped you build out, again, and I'm having trouble finding all of this. So it allowed you to it helped you with like a spreadsheet of all the business planning resources that you might need for if you're planning for next year. And, what percentage of your business do you want to do in this month and this month and this month? And that would help just come up with some ideas. And then maybe you'd like to take some of the other courses. I find some of if I can go into the pathways, I find some of them a bit overly American in the salesy aspect of them. But I think that, down here, the Accelerate program is good if you want to commit to that. I think there's a lot of homework associated with that one, but that also might be what some people need right now. Finding your competitive edge, I also think is useful. Here's the agent business planning one that if you wanted a course to do that with, they would walk you through it, but there are those same resources that you can do and make it self-paced.
What's the 21-day challenge? We've done that before, I believe.
Yeah, so it's challenging yourself, a different task to do every day for 21 days. So that one starts on Wednesday, January 17th. That is 11 to 12 a.m. And so you can register, and then each day make your contacts aimed at connecting with your SOI.
Hey, Leigh, what time zone is that?
Eastern time. So it's 8 to
like...
9 a.m. our time.
Thanks.
The 21-day challenge, I think, is great for everybody. If that's a Kickstarter that you want to do, if you really want to have a serious conversation, if you can't commit for 21 days in a row, get out, get yourself going. Start. That's a good start for kicking off the year, and you'll be surprised of when you're forced to do something every day, something a little bit different. You're going to get some results, and I challenge everybody on here or who is listening to do that one, and I'll jump in it as well. What else do we got, Leigh?
Well,
I have a question.
Or is that a lot?
Well, we've got a question, so I'll answer that.
Yes.
I think it's Natalia.
What is the main difference between C21 University and 21 Online? Like, what would you say, why would agents go to C21 University and why would they go to 21 Online?
So you've got to go to 21 Online in order to access C21 University, first of all. The other thing, 21 Online has the asset library, where C21 University is solely a learning and course hub. So it's all the other brand materials are on 21 Online, where C21 University is just for learning.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, our system piggybacks with Century 21 International. So that's why there's that two-step process to have to get registered in, because we have access to the Century 21 Canada Moxie system and all the goodies that are in there. But if you want to go in even further to what the 700-pound gorilla has, for argument's sake, then you have to have that little extra step to get in. And like Leigh says, there's some stuff in there in the marketing side that's Americanized. So just be conscious of what your eyes are looking at for, and I'll say something really simple, cityscapes of US cities versus Canadian cities, US flags versus Canadian flags. Look at that kind of stuff. But when it comes to the learning, the US has a more of a harder pitch style than what the Canadian market does. But we're all smart enough to take that message and convert it into our own style, right? I can't pretend to be Rihanna and do her business, but I can take her ideas and put my style on it. So that's what you just have to be conscious of when you're listening to anybody give you some words of wisdom. Doug, do you have anything that you want to add to this one?
No, I gotta go in there and look at everything, Mike.
Okay, so
And I think it does take just a bunch of going and checking it out and taking the time to figure out how to log in. Because I think there's a couple of steps involved with that, and I think that would deter a lot of people, but I think it's, once you figure it out, it's not hard.
yeah, exactly. And we'll get Natalia to take that snippet off to show everybody how to get in. And then, like I said, we'll do the Rushton. We'll do little bit bites at a time, look at the one thing, and maybe that's a daily thing for people to look at, because there's more stuff in here than anybody could ever want to or be able to use. But when you start picking your topics and start finding something that your little nuggets, then you can start going in. So we can start sharing that with our gang, and Natalia, you and I can take that offline as well. Leigh, that was a lot. Very
It was a lot. And yeah.
And it was
we have a
smooth.
question from Armand.
Yes, please. Just want to note that I'm assuming the material in the university and C21 online, the learning materials are different. What type of learnings would be in the university, the specific topics?
So the university is the stuff that I just showed you around with the new agents, experienced, new to C21 agents, or the experienced agents. That's C21 University. The 21 Online has brand materials like logos and some of the business planning spreadsheets, but it's more of the graphic side, where university is more of the learning side.
Right. And the other one, the 21 challenges, what kind of challenges would be, like content creation?
Yeah. So this says, keep track of your progress each day, make your contacts aimed at connecting with your SOI and community to secure future business. So I'm guessing with this, it's, go out and hand out 5 business cards is something you do one day. One day might be cleaning up your CRM and deciding what materials you're going to send to them. And it's forcing you to, as Michael said, do little bites every day that will lead to changing the way you do business.
Right. And the email marketing was in C21 Online, right?
Yes, that's in, it's also in Moxie Engage. In the
Okay.
MoxieWorks platform, there are a number of different email marketing campaigns for you to use there, so you don't have to write your own.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm on the Moxie Engaged. It has pre-made templates for you to have it automatically go out to your database as, they're constant reminders that you're in the business. They're seasonal. There's some national stats and stuff like that, but they're not neighborhood specific. If you want to spend the time and customize them, get out in front of it and customize them to your market. What I do is, for us, as I'm constant reminding other realtors in the marketplace that we're here, we're a service company, so I just accept the automatic stuff that Leigh's team makes because it's good, it's better than what I can do, and it's just for the tap on the shoulder. Because if I ever get somebody that's thinking of a change and they just get that little snippet from us, it might trigger them to call us, and it does work. So you guys have all this at your fingertips. Some of you know it, some of you don't know it, but you got to get in. And the 21-day challenge again is building habit, right? If you get in and you start working on something for 21 days, you might not like everything that you've done in 21 days, but if you find 5-7 nuggets that you can do constantly on a monthly basis, you're starting to move at 30 miles an hour in your prospecting and your retention. And anybody can prospect. It's the guys with the goal that retain are the ones that are really successful in this business. And it's reminding everybody of your services, asking for help, and giving them something a little bit extra that is outside of the real estate business. And Natalia's working on this with us right now with our benefits programs. So you have some great benefits. We can rent cars, buy stuff at the Brick. We got discounts at 1-800-GOT-JUNK. So you can put out there to your sphere, hey, if anybody's looking at buying an appliance or something, we have a great discount code at the Brick. Give me a call. I'll give you the code. I'll show you how it works. If you're going on a trip and you need to rent a car, we've got a program with National. We might be able to save you money on all these different products and services, but give me a call. I'm the guy that can connect you to some savings. We even got that one that's out of the box with All West Insurance that we can save you on your homeowner's insurance and your tenant's insurance and your customers' insurance on their properties. So why wouldn't someone call you to say, hey, I've got my tenant's insurance coming up, maybe I should have a quote? And I think I picked an amazing partner with All West that is now a national company, but more importantly for the Lower Mainland, can service basically anybody that we give them in BC. Who had their hand up? Yeah, Armand?
I was just wondering, is it possible in Moxie to do like online ads to have like leads to come to the database, to the CRM?
Yeah, Moxie has a paid lead system in there that's built in. I find and I'm told that Back at You Media is a better spend to do it. So you can go through the Moxie platform and see it, but any spend that we do is always through Back at You Media.
Oh, you can do it in Back at You.
Yeah, so Back at You
Okay.
Media, you can hook yourself up and you can register with your real estate V number, and it produces just generic content to you to your sphere of influence, Facebook and Instagram. And then anytime you get a listing, it will pop up your listing on your social media through how it looks on your website. And when you get a sold, it does that too, but you have the option to add a spend to it. So I think the number is you spend $200, you get in front of 10,000 eyes that are looking at real estate around that sphere of where that transaction or that listing popped up. And the Moxie side, if you do the same spend, it's probably, what do they say? Leigh, correct me if I'm wrong, 30% less eyes. So anyway, that's what I heard back in the day. But I find that the Back at You Media is a way simpler tool to use, and we get better results.
No, I was just wanted the leads online to go directly to the databases and a CRM that
Yes, and either or goes if they when they hit your landing page of your advertisement and they register, it goes into your CRM or your Engage into Moxie. And then what you have to do there is you just have to you don't have to re-enter all their names and numbers.
Oh, okay. So Back at
just classify
Media is connected to the
Moxie.
Okay.
And then if they register to your site, you can see what they're looking at, if their search parameters have changed and stuff like that. So it all comes in. And if you use Moxie Exchange, it's great. And if you don't use Moxie Exchange and you use another CRM, you can export it out to go to your CRM. But it captures them, so it's just not as much a duplicate entries. Thank
Sounds
you
great.
so much.
Thanks. See ya.
Okay.
Bye.